the Wicked Lovely series by Melissa Marr. Now, I know a lot of people out there think this is a great series, but unfortunately I didn't think like that. I've said this before, any series that's predominantly fairy orientated I do not like, and mainly it's because the storyline gets way too kind of like just airy fairy, and it gets too weird and it's not not like the story doesn't get compelling because everything else is just really kind of just strange basically. This series is about a girl called Ashlyn. In Ireland there was a father over the second I, it would be pronounced Ashleen, but I'm going to say Ashlyn, and I think it's her grandmother, it's been a while since I read it, but she's like brainwashed Ashlyn into thinking you do not let fairies know you can see them because Ashlyn can see them, so you can't get their attention, pretend you can't see them, pretend you can't hear them, and that's the way she's been going her whole life because she can see fairies. And they're not like little miniature fairies. They kind of range in how they look, but the main kind of ones in this just kind of look human, but a little bit of a kind of a supernatural kind of aura about them. But she has this friend and they're called Seth, and he's human, and their relationship was the thing that interested me, because the first book was actually, it was good. I mean, I wouldn't say it was terrible, and it was kind of Ashley and Seth's friendship that was the best thing about it for me. And then the more the fairy storyline got going, or the more the fairies got involved, I liked it less and less. But I said the first 3/4 of the first book I did really like, and I thought it was great, and then it just got progressively kind of weirder. Because this fairy comes into it called Keenan, yeah, Keenan, and he's like the fairy king, and he's like the summer fairy king, and he's looking for his summer fairy queen, and he has his eye on Ashlyn, and the more he kind of goes after her, the more she kind of starts to change and become more fairy-like, and that's the kind of thing that bugs me. And then the second book in the series, then, I never said there's 5 books in the series, and that's it. The second book then is from a different character's point of view. It's about Ashlyn's friend Leslie and some other fairy guy, and the third book was back to Ashlyn and Seth and them, and then the fourth book is from someone else's point of view, some Annie and Devlin, and then the fifth and final book I think goes back to Ashlyn and them. I've only read the first 3. And I've also said this before, I hate when books switch point of view. I wanted to stay with Ashlyn because I kind of got into her story in the first book, and then the second book switched, and the third went back to Ashlyn. It was just kind of all over the place. I think the basic human friendships and I liked. It was just when the fairy elements came into it, it just got a bit strange, and yeah, a bit too fantastical really. The writing is a little bit cheesy and kind of overly romantic at times. I mean, the author has great descriptions and everything of this kind of very fairy world, which just wasn't my cup of tea. And yeah, I just didn't like the switches in the narrator. The fairy elements were just too strange at times, and the storylines weren't engaging enough for me, and I stopped reading after the third book. So obviously I don't really recommend this series. I'm not even going to do a spoiler review on it because they're just my main points, and it's been a while since I read them anyway. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I didn't love this series. I know lots of people out there do, and I can't really understand why at times, but that's just my opinion. I'm not crazy about this series, and I've read lots of other series that contain fairies, like the Mercy Thompson series, even the Sookie Stackhouse series. Geez, practically every series out there has fairies in it now, but when it's not the main element of the storyline, when the whole book doesn't revolve around fairies, I like it. I think it's not bad, and every author has a different spin on the whole fae mythology. I just didn't like this author's spin on it. I suppose that's the best way to put it. Yeah, so that's my review really. I don't really recommend the series. It's not the best. It's very kind of cheesy teen novel, you know, and I think there's much better ones out there. So go search my other reviews if you want to have a good series to read that I recommend. So thank you very much for watching, and tune in next time.